My name is Andrew Smaldone, and I teach painting 1 through 4, so the foundation through the advanced levels. The Painting 1 course is fundamentally about literally learning how to paint. And what I like to do when I teach Painting 1 is teach a student what it means to actually paint from life. So a lot of times I'm teaching in an alla, prima method. And what that means is that they're drawing with a paintbrush, drawing in parentheses. So it's very loose. And it's taken from really more of a kind of impressionist tradition, which goes back to some Renaissance painters. But in any case, the idea is to be very loose at first, and this idea of general to specific. In the beginning, I'm teaching the students sort of like setting up still lifes and having them paint from what I'm setting up. And as the course moves on, they're setting up things and they're also making more projects. So it becomes more personal. To take the beginning painting course, you do not have to have any experience. So if you're nervous about that, don't be. I will teach you how to paint. Painting 2 course, unlike the beginning painting course, focuses more on why you're painting and, importantly, what you're painting. So if you plan on taking a Painting 2 course, you need to already have taken the foundation painting class because we are immediately starting out with ideas. I'm not there to teach you, how to hold a brush or how to apply paint. I will fill in the gaps. So sometimes students will come to me and they won't know how to stretch a canvas or something. Just be honest with me, I will teach you how to do that. But mainly it's prompt-based project courses. So you're gonna have 5 or 6 prompts and it's very independent. So, I give you a prompt, I give you slides. We even do readings, we look at museums, we'll go on field trips. Painting 3 is designed as a continuation of Painting 2. Now, of course, at the Painting 3 level, significantly, the students we're getting are coming from all over the United States and sometimes the world. So what's really crucial is that, and I like to tell my students this, they oftentimes have really important professors at their home institution. And what I'm trying to do is augment their learning. You're gonna learn a lot from your fellow classmates. And for example, in my Painting 3 class right now, I have students from 5 different universities. And we talk about what they're bringing to the course and then what I, as their new professor, want them to learn while they're here in Italy. Really importantly is that we do look at the art here, both the old and the new. And as I mentioned in the Painting 2 course, we will go to places like the Venice Biennale this year and look at contemporary artworks. And I will challenge them. So how are you going to make painting in the world today? And I think this is the most important thing for a Painting 3 student. The goal being that by the time they finish, they are absolutely able to have their own studio practice. So I'm trying to get them very much to a professional level. Or if they're, say, a BFA major, I'm trying to get them to be able to do maybe help them with their capstone presentation, help prepare them for a capstone presentation, which usually takes place at the end of their senior year. Painting 4, it's not a million miles different from Painting 3, but the major difference is that you are extremely independent. A Painting 4 student does not get prompts. And so when they're applying to Painting 4, and they have to apply, they have to actually show us slides, and I have to pre-approve them. They have to demonstrate to me that they're kind of, in a way, let's say, kind of worthy of the course. They have to be mature enough to take that course independently. So if a student isn't motivated, I don't want them taking that class, because they really have to show me, and I think the rest of the class, because they end up being a model for the rest of the other students. The Painting 2 and 3 students see the Painting 4 students, and I want those students to be leaders. So they really are working independently, and the intermediate and advanced students see them at this kind of highest point and think, okay, I'm trying to also be like that eventually as well. So I'm trying to give them more of like an artistic situation, a real world artistic situation. SRISA really stands out because we've always taught art from a contemporary perspective, always. And so yes, we're taking from the traditions of Italy and from Florence, but we have this eye on what's actually happening today. So when you're coming to Italy, yes, you're getting that tradition, but we're also very much looking at what contemporary painters are doing. And so my methodology is that you're going to get the skills from the past, but it's going to help you be a better artist in the present. The thing I love most about my job is the students by far. The interaction with them and just generation after generation of students teaches me what it means to be both young but also present in the world today. Any place that is small yet significant. And what I mean by that is we'll often take field trips to certain cities that aren't, say, Rome or Milan, but their cultural heritage is just as important. For example, we took a field trip with some communication design students to Verona and Rovereto because they had very specific design museums. And when we take students on those kinds of trips, they learn, I think, more because there's less tourists. So at SRISA, you really get specific teaching.